guys, everybody loves to say that they're not going to start the podcast, okay?
Everyone's obsessed with holding us, strapping us down, and saying, you can't start this podcast.
But you know what? Gabby, that's Gabby Bryan, and I'm Zack Senor, and I am sick of living for other people. Okay?
Yes.
And their expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, because you know what? Me and Gabby had a conversation before this podcast.
Say it.
And it's that, you know what? The only cage is in your mind.
Totally.
If it's of your own creation, unshackle your fucking ankles, girlies.
Girls, take off your home arrest. What was it called?
Ankle bracelet, security, prison.
What's it called?
Remote
house
jail.
Arrest.
It's
House arrest.
Yeah.
Home arrest. Okay,
Home arrest.
I was bringing heart to it. Home arrest. It's not house arrest for me. It's home arrest.
This house
my
arrest
house
is a home.
Girls. Hi.
Hi. I forgot.
Hi.
Hi.
Literally hi. The only person holding you back is yourself. That's basically what we were trying to say when we started this podcast. Just a few moments before.
That's going to go ahead and be
Hello?
the ethos of the podcast is take everybody's expectations of you. I want you to shove them into a little tiny ball as such a small little ball.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I want you to toss it right over your left shoulder. Okay? I want you to toss that right over. Hail Mary, up to God.
Up to
It's
God.
out. It's out of here. Okay?
Remember that thing you would do where if you like spilled salt, you'd throw salt over your shoulder?
Yeah, I still
Can
do
you,
that.
Lizzie, can you look up the origin of that?
A superstition.
Absolutely.
That it's of course a superstition, but I want to know which like myth or which energy that came from.
And like who puts what grand force puts these into play? Like who decided that like umbrellas inside is a bad omen? Like
Oh, that's something maybe we could do one day in an investigation on superstitions.
wait, almost
Ooh,
for
that's
Halloween.
That'd be
That's fun.
Well, for Halloween, maybe we'll do that for our Halloween
We'll
episode.
do it next week.
Welcome to the
Very superstitious.
I love that this podcast
Very
is a rolling
superstitious.
production meeting.
I know it always is.
This is the podcast. I'm Zach. That's Gabby.
Hi, I love my outfit today. Can I just say that right up top?
I love the sporty Brazil thing you are doing right now.
Brazil.
It looks amazing. Your sporty shoes. Also with a doily little skirt.
And I'm wearing a feminine little doily skirt.
It is.
What
It is
I'm
a
actually
little
doing-
skirt.
It's a little skirt, and my legit labia is stuck to this leather couch. You understand?
You're
like
gonna-
that.
One false move and I am looking right
Yeah.
at her.
Lizzie, right before we started, she said, I'm looking dead at your vagina.
Like
Dead at your
into it.
vagina.
I can
Yeah.
see the
I
other
can see
side.
it. I can see it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I can
Black
see,
hole.
like where babies come from.
Yes.
It's like a portal. Oh my God, have you ever thought of that? Rethink the way you think about your vagina.
Okay, it's not a labia, it's a portal. Call it by its real name.
It's a portal. I mean, that's where babies come from
Yeah.
the other end, okay?
From the other end. Your ass.
Holy fuck, how are you, Gabby?
I'm good. So I'm loving my outfit. I'm wearing like a sports jersey, football.
Football. Europeano.
In Brazil.
Europeano. It's Brazil. It's in
Europeano
South-
in South America.
I said South Africa.
And you also said Europeano, which is also not a thing. Then I'm wearing a little mini skirt that's very feminine. And then I'm wearing socks and my classic Adidas.
Adidas.
And a pinky ring with my initials on it.
I really like what you're doing with your rings. I kind of want to get into watches and rings. I'm going through this personal inner renaissance of my clothes. Yes,
Say
I'm still sporty.
Yeah, but I want you in a watch.
I wore
If I
a
buy
watch
you a
once
fake Rolex, will you wear it?
of every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't
get
know. My stepdad let me wear his actual Rolex.
I know.
And I was just like framing my face all day. Like
There's something about wearing a watch where you feel like a goddamn rich man. Do you understand?
and I see how it like cuts off your hand. You know what I
In
mean?
a gorgeous,
I'm like
stunning.
I'm understanding.
Yeah.
But I still like I want to do sort of a beard moment. I kind of want to go a little bit more like woodsy for the autumn and winter.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about cutting my hair off.
In what way?
I'm thinking of because you know what? Just like your extensions, just like before Gabby started this podcast.
Yeah. When we were still chained up.
Well, you were saying how when you wear your hair extensions, you have like a whole different personality.
Yeah, I'm glamour.
Yeah, but you see, what a relief you could take them off. Okay.
True.
I can't take this off. Okay.
But you could cut your hair shorter and then get mini extensions, mini clip-ins. Like, remember when Jennifer Lawrence had that like bowl cut?
Yep.
Honestly,
Yeah.
or as we call them now, 360 bangs.
Of course.
Bowl cut.
Never forget.
And then she would
Bangs
go on
360.
she had Bangs 360. She would go on talk shows and she would take out hair extensions that were in her bowl cut. And it's like, who is that for at this point?
Was it even a voluminous bowl cut?
No. It was fucking ridiculous when she did that. Remember when all female celebrities cut a fucking Kate plus 8 haircut? Literally against all of our will. It was Katy Perry, Jennifer Lawrence, Miley Cyrus. Who else did it?
Everyone does.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
It was
was a
so
big one.
fucking goddamn atrocious.
Katy Perry's was really bad.
Katy Perry's
Katy-
really bad.
Katy Perry's short little pixie looked
The
really.
pixie.
It's like it was in the Venn diagram of Pixie and Reba. It was just like not.
I mean, when Anne Hathaway did it, that's when I threw her off the side of my ship. Do you
Well,
understand? And now she's back with her long hair, and I could get behind it. The only person who could pull off short hair, Pink.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, and it's her whole thing.
And it's her
Yeah,
whole thing.
it's her
And
whole-
you know she was pissed when everyone did it. And was like
Yeah,
getting like pats
oh.
on the back for cutting off their hair. She's like, I've been here.
We all have an aunt like Pink. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's like a rough and toughen like
My mom.
plays
My mom is
pool.
that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like she looks like she can like beat you in an arm wrestle.
And like change your tire on your car.
Yeah, but her name is Pink. Pink.
Pink. But she's like, I'm pink.
But no, I have a contentious opinion
Say it.
that I don't think a lot of people are
Oh,
gonna like.
God.
What is it?
You might
Here
have
we-
to edit this shit out.
Okay. Don't give me more work.
This shit is
This
about
trying time.
you think editing's a lot of work. We're gonna get a cease and assist for what I'm about.
Did you say cease and assist?
A cease and
Ceased. I'll help you.
assist. Wait,
Stop right there. I'm
wanna
in.
get involved.
A cease and assist. Stop right there. I'm in.
I'm fucking in, dude. Let's do
I'm
it.
fucking in.
Stop right there. Not without me, you
Not
know.
without me.
Stop right there. I'm
Oh
in.
man. That rocks.
That's what someone's gonna do to us. After my opinion, I don't like the pixie cut ever. I think like the short hair pixie cut always looks bad. And catch this on the inverse, so you don't call me sexist.
Sex.
Okay, is I think on men long Tarzan hair also ugly.
Interesting take. And I hear you and I see you.
I think like the Tarzan hair it's ugly on men. And I think a hottest thing a guy can do is get a military cut to see the back of his neck, because the back of his neck is an aphrodisiac.
No, totally.
Easy.
They're like an oyster at back of a man's neck. There's nothing hotter than a fucking crew cut on a man.
Oh!
You know why? Because there's no maintenance, and that's a part of the energy of a crew cut.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
he just wakes up and goes with water,
And
it's
throat
just,
and like pulls on this fucking shirt.
yeah.
and
But
he's
you
like-
have my favorite haircut for all men ever. That's why I'm so against you cutting it.
Well, I definitely have it's ingenue for sure. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's definitely like main character of you know what I mean? It is.
Yes.
I look like a main character. of a
Lizzie is
cartoon.
nodding so hard she's gonna crack her neck.
Right? It is ingenue.
Yeah, honey.
Yeah. And if you guys are just listening, I implore you to go on my Instagram. and you know, let me know.
Call to action.
Call
A
to
call to action. We implore you to check out Zach's hair, not on this YouTube video, but
No,
on
no.
his Instagram.
Well, you can see how I want you to see it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's or what I see.
Yeah.
But no, so that's why, because I'm attracted to men with short hair.
I just looked at you and started laughing. Sorry.
and so you know, if
Hello?
I wouldn't be
yeah.
with a guy who has a hair like me,
Hair like me.
hair like me.
No, no,
No, yes,
I
of
will
course.
say
That's exactly how I feel about
it's
it.
that a crew cut is so visually stunning when a man has such a strong jawline like you do.
Thanks.
That being said, when you're having sex with a man, there's nothing more fun than hair.
I think there's
Would
a
you
lot more
agree?
things
Totally.
like fun, like big ass, cock and balls.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
you're gay, so big ass is important to you. I personally don't care about big ass. I just like nice ass.
That's why when a straight guy has a really big ass, I'm like, what a travesty.
No, like what a waste of
That
space.
sucks.
dude.
Like, I want to kill that guy.
No,
Like, if
totally.
it was up to me, that guy would be dead.
Yeah,
A goner.
I'm goner. Yeah, but there's nothing more fun than having sex with a guy and having a handful of hair.
Oh, I
Agreed.
like. See, who knows what I'm gonna do, guys? Tune in to the
Tune
future
in.
episodes.
But also, I personally think that straight men bald quicker than gay men, and it's sort of like ethereal curse.
I don't know why that is, but that's so true.
It's so true. I haven't seen a lot of bald gay men, balding gay men. You see, I've seen fully bald gay men.
Well,
But there's no like in the process of balding where it seems like every straight man I've ever seen is actively balding.
and to the you know what it is? It's actually the resisting of balding that is so unattractive.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
need to learn how to like resist resisting. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
just
like give
allow
in
it
to your
to
new look.
just like get a beard and get jacked. Like that's just like the what you have to do.
Yeah.
Um, I will say that I'm terrified that will happen to me someday.
You'll never bald. The amount of hair on your head is like actually shocking. I will bald sooner than you bald. I'm balding.
You know, like when you see an old woman take off her wig. and
Yeah,
it's
that's
like-
so me. It's crazy how much that's gonna be.
And
me.
it's like way worse than you thought.
The hat, you know, when they put it on and they have to fling it back. No, I'm gonna be that so hard. When I took my hair extensions out, I had literally had bald spots, and I'm gonna get them again. They look amazing.
They did look. Well, can't you just get like something that you put on top of your head that you don't even have to clip in your
That's
like a wig?
Benny.
Oh, like that's too far. I've seen you do crazy. Like you would take uranium up your ass. Okay, they said it would
Easily.
give you a thigh gap. Like I don't.
Of course. One time Kim Kardashian did this interview where she was like, I am not kidding. I would literally eat shit if it made me younger. And I watched that like, yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've always said like if it costs like the blood of an innocent to stay young, I would do it. Like one baby a year.
Whatever.
Would
They're
you?
annoying.
If you had to drink the blood of one baby a year to stay beautifully young forever.
I guess here's my question. Here's my follow-up. I don't have to like drain the baby, right?
No,
I'll have an
no.
assistant to do that.
It comes in a bottle, like same bottle that like
like
a
I get it
green juice.
at Whole Foods.
Well, you can get it at only juice press.
Only at Juice
You
Press.
only at juice press.
Okay, those are not as easy to find, but I
That's
think,
it's a
but
little hard.
There's a little hard. I think if there was bottled baby blood and I didn't have to deal with the rigmarole to get it.
The admin, honestly.
Honestly, the day in day out admin to get that baby blood, I'd absolutely drink it out of a curly
Out of a
straw.
plastic cork. Yeah.
And I want it in plastic. I want to know there are multiple species dying.
It lives on. Yeah, no.
I want that baby dead and that plastic in a turtle's nose, babe.
Now.
Everyone's dying for my youth and beauty.
I would do it. I'd do too.
I don't
would do
care.
too. I do not care. But back to the straight men.
Yep.
And put an alarm here. Anytime we say straight man, put an alarm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Anytime.
for doing that for me.
You're welcome.
No, so I was part of a study. And I'm being serious.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
A cum study.
Yeah.
Study of cum.
You talked about this. before.
Cumology.
You have brought this
up.
Cumology.
More than once.
Episode title.
Cumology. Wait, no, ephronology was just.
Oh, it's
Wait, it can all be. Wait, that's such funny if every episode title was an ology.
Christina Aguilera.
We'll have a month of only ologies. How about that?
Well, one of our episodes was Christina. What was it?
Christina. Christina or Quarantina Aguilera.
Quarantina Aguilera.
And I that came out of my head and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's with some time,
It was
needs
some
work.
time.
It needs work. Looking back, it could have used work. So, girlies, I was part of this cum study, which is like a study that this girl who I know worked at a fertility
Say her
clinic.
name. She's a great comic.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, okay. Then don't.
She's a comic. She's great. And so she was offering $75 to come in a cup. And if I recommended someone, I got $25. And so she
That's crazy.
was doing a fertility like kind of study with NYU because her fertility clinic works with them. And they got like 400 male studies. And she said that I was the second most virile of all the people.
Who's the first?
Another gay guy.
Wow.
She said that all the gay men were in the top echelon. And she was like, I wonder what that is. Why? And my theory is gay men just simply take care of themselves.
I think
Like
it's
the
health.
bare minimum.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think it's health and heart. Do you understand?
I think it's the love in our heart for sure.
It's clearly light and love in that.
But
cup.
it's definitely also the solid core. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to
Yeah,
solid.
yeah,
It's going to solid core.
It's the bar classes,
yeah.
obviously.
It's lovely. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure uggos are chock full of this stuff.
No,
But
it is. It is actually shocking sometimes how straight men treat their bodies.
But see, I don't see the way I see that is I
It
don't
really
see gay
is.
men as better. I see straight men as like
Worse.
worse. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, they're unhealthy, to put it plainly. To be straight is to be unhealthy. The amount of things that I thought we stopped doing as a society, like as a group on the internet, you
Yeah.
know, like going to like Burger King, let's say, or even, and I hate to say it out loud, Wendy's.
I want to vehemently reject what you just said about Wendy's. Burger King, yes.
But
I have a theory that men love Wendy's because Kyle also goes
Every guy
to
is like,
bat
don't fucking
for
talk.
Wendy's, and I'm like,
what happened with Wendy's?
What's going on
I think I've
there?
been
She's a
to
guy's girl.
Wendy's.
He
She's a guy's girl.
She's a whore.
He brings up their shakes too often.
The Frosties.
Yeah,
Those
Frosties and new
Frosties
fries.
fucking suck. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
my god.
this
I
is the
can't,
thing.
I'm out of here.
A McFlurry can eat a Frosty for fucking
Correct.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But here's
Well-
the thing: going to a fast food like this, that's a random treat, right? That's a drunk moment. That's you in high school. Like, you know, as we get older, it's not a common thing to go to fast food unless you're on a road trip. Let's say.
Yeah.
The amount of straight men I have dated who are like actively eating at fast
For, like,
food
meals.
restaurants for meals.
It's like not
I'm
a meal.
hungry, what
you know
do I
what I
want?
mean? Like that is sort of an IOU for food later.
Yeah.
Like when you take that is like an event. That's like smoking. You know,
It's
that's
like
like smoking when
smoking.
you drink. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It's like a sexy little secret going
Yeah.
to fast food.
that
And
you're
then,
supposed to do ironically. Like this is so gross.
this is so
Why
gross.
would
I
do
can't
that?
believe we're doing this.
Oh my God.
Straight men are out here eating goddamn lunch at McDonald's.
Literally eating Popeyes. You know what I mean? So it's just like really bad. That chicken, I've eaten it before. Every time I've eaten it, it's like Niagara Falls
Out of your ass.
out of my ass.
You
Okay?
know what is the best thing ever? Can you write down Niagara Falls out of my ass?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you, Lizzie.
I think the best fast food ever created though, chicken fries. Chicken fries.
Okay, I get it now.
Sorry, let me say it in English. Chicken fries.
Chicken fries.
Chicken fries.
I will say I personally love curly fries because how are they all the same?
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, is there one company that trademarked it?
But the best curly fries you could possibly get are the ones that come in like the freezer section in the bag, and
But
then your mom makes them at home in the
Those
oven.
are the same ones that you buy at fairs, at fast food restaurants.
Yes.
There must be big curly fries.
And they're like spicy.
What's this? What's this season mix?
What's the
this?
seasoning
What
on
is this?
curly fries?
Adobo.
Adobe Premier Spice.
This premier Adobe spice.
There is a spice that is so specific to curly fries that is some sort of special sauce that we don't talk about.
But I have a roommate, and he will not listen to this.
Yeah,
And he
why would he? It's not for him.
It's not for him. I feel like if like a straight guy listens to it, it just like it's like the parents in Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
But a lot higher pitch.
Which one?
My not my the comic.
Okay.
I live with the comic Eric Scott. Comedy's really funny. Check him out. He's a guy, guys. So girlies, you'll love it. And so my other roommate, he eats fast food every single. Like we've lived together for a year now. He's never used the kitchen, like once.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm scared. I'm like,
You know what that is?
You gotta not.
You gotta not be doing that. The thing about him is that he's so naturally skinny, and people who are naturally skinny and have never dealt with a like freshman 15, let's say, which I gained sort of in 3 days when I got to college.
It's a trauma response for girlies.
It's a trauma response, and also my eating didn't change. I was like, oh,
What the hell?
what the hell? No, every woman is plagued with the highs and lows of gain
Of
weight,
15
Yeah,
pounds.
of 15, like the same 15 pounds are flying around my body at rapid speed. Do you know what I mean?
That same 50 pounds has been cursing women for
Yeah,
generations.
There is a demon that is just 15 pounds that is jumping from all of our bodies depending. When I get my period, I instantly gain 10 pounds. I'm like, how is this fucking possible?
Maybe it's like water.
Well, sure. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I still look like shit.
Oh my God. Well, it's so crazy that we're saying that you look amazing. You look amazing.
No, I'm on day 3 of my period, and if girls know this, the girlies listening, I am retching. Do you understand? Every muscle in my body is twisted up. I am experiencing extreme fatigue and delusion. Like,
Oh my God.
On the 3rd day of your period, nothing feels the same. Like it's like you're in the Matrix.
No, I feel like it's fucked up that I don't deal with that at
No,
all.
yeah.
Like, even a straight guy has to, like, secondhand, like, deal with this, with the consequences.
I think you living with me, you've put in your time.
Well, and I had my mom. Okay,
That's
yeah.
true.
My
I think
my
every
mom was
time I get
very
my period,
cavalier.
I send you fighting fighting words.
I
I
know,
get my
it is
period.
like, it is
You should put my period in your phone because every time I get my period, I go, oh, how am I gonna text Zach?
I know what I'll do. What is Zach doing?
What is Zach doing wrong?
No, I know.
He does nothing wrong, but I do take out my period on
Sometimes.
only you.
It's okay, and I'll take it.
I know. I know it's okay because I don't do it to
I know.
anyone else. Zach and I realized when we were in Fringe as well, that we have like cured a lot of toxic parts about our personality for the greater good to everyone else except each other.
Yeah. It is like Groundhog's Day for us in the shadow work. You know
We
what I
have
mean?
done
Like-
no shadow work to each other. We like keep that old self alive.
But it's
for
like how
us.
you don't do shadow work with your siblings.
Exactly,
like,
because it's like, shut up.
When I see my brother, I'm literally like, ow, mom. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, ow.
You pinched me.
What
You
fuck-
hit me.
Ew, like you would. Fuck, they wish.
The shit I say to my brother, I'm like, you're a fucking disgusting
Disgusting
piece of shit. Screaming. I haven't screamed in years. I scream at myself.
Yeah. I don't know. My brother's a personal trainer, and sometimes I've tried to train with him, but just the idea of him telling me to do something, I'm like, well, I don't even want to do it.
No,
So, but I just wanted to finish the straight guy thing.
go.
Yes, and then we have to serve.
And then we'll never talk about straight guys again in this podcast.
Mhm.
Mark my goddamn words.
Yeah, good
luck.
Cease and assist that.
Cease and assist.
good luck.
We're talking shit about them, but I have been doing this crazy diet thing. You know how I get spectrumy with my diet stuff?
Yes,
I
that's
haven't-
exactly right.
Gabby said
Yes, you do.
I get like really into something for a few months,
And then he'll never talk about it.
but I
again.
do all of them.
No, you do it.
I maintain doing it, but I'm just like over telling people about it.
Yeah.
But I keep doing. I'm trying to pick up little life hacks, TM. Body life hacks.
Did you just TM life hack?
Yeah, no one's done
No
that
one
yet.
said that.
So to have the optimal body,
I get
and right now I'm eating butter,
it. Okay.
just butter. I take a bite of the stick.
That's so what's that Southern chef? What's the Southern chef with the woman?
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
Well,
That's
if you
so
lift up Paula
Paula
Deen's
Deen.
shirt, it's abs. Okay.
Wouldn't it be so funny if Paula Deen was ripped?
You lift up those shirt, washboard abs.
Wait, Paula
okay?
Deen was a gay icon. We don't talk about that. I think she's actually said the N-word a couple times.
Yes, yeah, she got major canceled for
Yeah.
bad stuff.
Okay, other than that.
Other than that,
No.
total girly icon. Yeah.
No.
that
what
was
about-
bad.
What
That
about
was-
Jimmy Dean?
Jimmy Dean has nothing to do with butter, but
Who's Jimmy Dean?
Jimmy Dean's a brand of like
So Jimmy Dean, Paula Dean, separate
separate
camps.
They're
separate
separated.
camps. Jimmy Dean's a company. I assume there was a Jimmy Dean, but Paula
Paula
Dean.
Dean is girly girl but says the N word, and Jimmy Dean is
Yeah.
a guy's guy but doesn't.
What doesn't?
So which one's better?
I know, I like which is worse.
So I'm eating butter. I implore all you girlies to try it.
What's the benefit?
It instantly wakes you up. Like the energy, because I don't eat any carbs right now, so I'm not eating like anything. I'm doing a purge. And I swear,
It wakes you up.
that's like bulletproof coffee. People do that. They're like, you put like all natural butter in your coffee, and then it wakes you up all of a sudden.
But are you doing all
It's-
natural butter? Or are you doing like
I'm getting raw, or not raw butter.
What's it called? What's that? That
Grass-fed.
pasteurized?
yeah, but there's a thing. Ghee.
Ghee.
I don't like the flavor of that, so I like butter. But I
What
get
the
it
hell is
grass-fed.
ghee?
Ghee is like clarified butter.
What the hell is clarified?
I mean,
in my brain, I picture a serum.
It's when you finally
obviously.
see butter. You
Yeah,
know what
it's
I
when you
mean?
see butter for its true self.
Oh my god, you're
my
you're
God.
so nice, and I thought you were so
You're actually
mean.
cool. Oh, you're actually just insecure.
It's always
To
that.
ghee. Ghee is actually just insecure butter.
It has less lactose than butter. So it's like a pure, like you like condense it down and then filter out like the lactose from it. And then
And
it's
what is
just oil.
lactose?
Lactose is the.
It's the milk
Sorry.
enzyme.
There we
Thank
go.
you. I started eating whole milk yogurt.
See, milk is coming back.
Milk is coming back.
I did something. I looked at Zach in the face and I said, I will never eat dairy for as long as I live.
She did.
I'm
One time she
lactose intolerant.
accidentally drank a whole milk latte, and I legitimately cried.
I cried. And then I threw up on the wall in the Magic Castle in LA.
But
in a midi dress with a red lip on, and I looked in the mirror and my lip was perfect.
Obviously.
and Gabby, I do want to say I do think that was psychosomatic. I think you convinced yourself that it was.
I think I was hungover.
It had nothing to do with the
I'm
whole
having an allergic reaction to the milk. I drank 3,000 drinks the night before. I was cold sweating.
the shit you put in your body.
That was an amazing date.
I mean, yeah, the Magic Castle.
That guy was really wooing me. He has 2 babies now.
Anyway, so girlies eat butter. It's awesome. It wakes you up instantly, and then it's like I do it before I go to the gym. I have a little square butter, and then if I'm before I do the podcast, I do a little square butter. And it rocks.
It is interesting when you think about like blood sugar.
Yeah, there's no sugar
level.
or carbs
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, it's just pure energy that absorbs directly into your body, like an animal cell.
Should
So
I
this
try
is-
it?
Try it.
Give it a go.
Sometimes
Report
I
back.
try almost everything Zach tells me to try because I think he's a genius.
But don't try it unless you're already doing a low carb diet.
What happens if you do it with carbs?
Oh, then that
You die.
carbs make you. Oh my God, here we go. Carbs make you gain weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes you get bigger.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, so if
So you're telling me croissants are going to my ass?
directly.
I actually don't eat that much carbs.
Then big bang boom.
No, well, that's not true. I eat whatever I want now.
I don't know.
I'm a guy's girl.
I would just say try a little lick of grass-fed butter, and when you eat it, you feel like a god. You're like, once you over that hump of like thinking it's bad for you. When I eat my little square butter, my little treat, Daddy needs his treat.
Daddy needs his treat. Your kids are like, oh, my dad's super weird.
Okay, the thing about this podcast that we do is that we expel a lot of energy when we do it. And I think always around 3 to 5, and basically my entire life, I do think that's the worst time for any human ever, right? Where you have absolutely no energy. And that's usually a time I either like to go to the gym or like I like to just fiddle around on Gmail. But I don't want to take like a coffee or an espresso or an energy drink that's going to make me feel crazy. So I've been drinking these Magic Minds. Okay. So just so our listeners can know, Gabby, what do you want to tell them what's in a Magic Mind?
So Magic Mind is filled with all these natural ingredients, including matcha, which I believe should be in everything I take, eat, consume, breathe, everything. I'm addicted to matcha because it's a slower release of caffeine. There's also ashwagandha, which is this ancient root that gives you so much energy. And there's also lion's mane mushrooms in there, which I've heard Gwyneth Paltrow talk about for like 300 years because she's immortal. So I'm excited to finally experience those in my bloodstream. And I have to tell you, I'm juiced. I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready to write a novel. You don't understand how much energy these give us.
No, I've been taking them before I go to the gym, before these podcasts. They're amazing. I shared them with my roommate, and he kind of won't stop drinking them. So I'm like, stop it. So I'll have to get some more.
And also the Kardashians love them. And that's really important to me personally.
No. I think that's huge. So 7 degrees of separation. We are a Kardashian.
And because we love Magic Mind and they actually have chosen to love us.
They are love to sip up a little bottle of us.
We have received a little discount code.
Ooh.
LaPodcast20 or visit www.magicmind.com/LaPodcast to get 56% off your subscription within the next 10 days or 20% off your entire first-time purchase. So that's actually incredible and even amazing.
I love that.
It's awesome. Our code is one more time, LaPodcast20, LPODCAST20 to receive 56% off your subscription within the next 10 days or 20% off your first time purchase. Magic Mind. Magic Mind.
What are we drinking?
Magic Mind.
This podcast is sponsored by
Magic Mind.
I love Magic Mind. Okay, serving.
It's time to serve.
Okay, I am serving you a shoulder pads. I'm serving you shoulder pads. Remember that I am serving you that iconic moment in women's fashion, which I think peaked in the 90s, which was like CEO pencil skirt, like glasses that like
That's 80s to me.
Is that not 90s?
I think it can be early 90s as well. Like,
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I think 80s was like big shoulder pads, and then we kind of condensed it down to just like a tiny shoulder pad, and
Yeah.
that's the 90s.
Okay, yes.
Like I am seeing right now a woman bringing Jodie Foster vibes, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Walking down Lexington Avenue, okay, with a phone the size of a goddamn watermelon. All right. The
This.
biggest goddamn phone you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
She can barely take a step, her pencil skirt. It's like Elvira, you know what I mean? Like it goes. But she's walking so fast,
Yeah.
okay? And she has no nonsense for goddamn any single guy that gets in her goddamn way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm serving you.
Oh.
I am serving you get it done, going forward, while looking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Get into that.
Yep.
And I'm serving you catch a falling star. Okay.
And put it in your pocket.
No, slam it on the ground and say, I don't need your shit. Okay? I have enough. I have enough.
Wow.
You catch a falling star and you give it back. Okay?
Yeah.
What about that? Okay? Yeah. I don't need it. I'm happy. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I have so much goddamn love in my life. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy in love.
I get that.
So thanks, but no thanks, falling
Mhm.
star from
Yeah.
the sky. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So fucking fuck that. What are you
So fucking fuck you. So literally
fuck
fucking
you,
fuck you.
by the way.
Fuck you, the universe.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own goddamn thing.
I think I
I'm
got
good.
this. I think I got this.
I think I got this thing so much.
Oh, this? It's a breeze.
It's a
okay?
Hey, universe, this is actually a breeze.
I am serving you life as a breeze.
Yeah.
It is an easy breezy, beautiful, cover your ass, because I'm coming for you, life.
Totally.
Fucking hell yeah. You
Fucking hell
go.
yeah. I'm serving you in Girl Scouts when instead of just sitting on the floor like everyone else in the society, we did not do that. We sat on Sitapons. Sitapons. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
Sitapon. A Sitapon.
Let me
What's a
Google it.
Sitapon?
I'm looking it up.
A Sitapon is a small floor pillow.
Ooh.
And
my
you
God.
would design your own sit-upon, and you would sit upon it, and that's in a circle on the floor. That's how we would do our meetings.
There's
that?
literally a Girl Scout of Central Texas PDF of girl sit-upons.
A
Sit-upons.
PDF.
A PDF.
That's legit.
But when things are by law serious when they come through in a PDF.
That's like the girl world version of a subpoena. Is you got sent a PDF.
PDF.
and
This
you're
is how to
"Fuck."
make them.
Hell yeah!
How to make a sit-upon for the Girl Scouts. It's apparently just for Girl Scouts.
Wow.
Boys are.
My
Boy
mom was my
Scout-
Girl Scout leader, and she's very handy. And we made our own sit-upons.
Yeah.
And we tied knots. And she's very like anti-men because my mom's probably gay.
Cool.
But
That's where you get it. Half.
that's where I get it. Half. And my dad's pretty gay as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's sort of
Full gay.
yeah. So that's why I'm handy.
Ooh.
But we would design our own sit-upons, and I'm serving you that. I'm serving you. I am too good to sit on the ground, so I will design something that just lifts me up just a tiny bit.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Of my own creation,
Art.
art
Even art.
for the good of the girls. You see, for the good of the group.
Yo.
I'm serving you for the good of the group, for the good of the team.
Yeah.
All for one and one for all.
Oh, you bet.
see? I'm serving you. You are nothing without your goddamn girls. You are
Say it.
You are nothing without your community. If I didn't have group texts, I'd be dead in a river somewhere.
So why don't you, everyone, moment of silence for all those girlies throughout history.
yeah,
Princesses with their
Yeah.
pointy hat with the little thing on it. Remember that?
Yes, that
Why did they
rocked.
do that?
yeah.
Or why did we stop doing that?
Why did we
like
stop
puffies,
with those
puffy-
princess hats?
Yeah, it was like the dunce hat, but before it was a dunce hat,
Yeah.
it was a. That's so crazy how it could be both a dunce hat and a princess hat.
They
I
really took that.
digress.
I digress. They really took that from us.
Dunces really took that from princess culture. If you think about that,
Dunces really took princess culture and twisted it to a world of darkness.
perverted it even.
Yeah.
There's something for guys being a dunce. No one calls a woman a dunce.
There's so many people call women a dunce. to
Not
be
a
clear.
dunce, stupid, sure, annoying. Like, you know what I mean? Worse,
I've been called
but
a
not
dunce so many times. I am serving you. I'm serving you the dunce.
It's just when Zach was just like, I digress after screaming about dunce hats.
Like, what were we talking about?
Like, as though it
Oh.
matters. As though it matters.
I digress.
I digress.
I digress. As though this is not one digression that we've been doing.
After another.
One last thing
Say.
about that topic
Hey.
is that
Okay.
pour one out, okay? Everybody pour out some of your culotta, pour out some of your iced coffee,
Yeah.
your cold brew iced coffee, macchiato,
Matcha
okay?
latte.
Matcha latte for all the girlies who weren't in group texts.
No, it's so actually tragic. But I think group texts have been around forever. The idea of a female group text has evolved from
Mm.
covens.
We
Okay?
are the witches the daughters of the witches you
We
didn't
are-
burn. Fuck you.
We are the daughters of the witches you didn't burn.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're still here.
We're still
Okay,
here.
yeah.
You thought you got us? We're still here. And we're in so many WhatsApp groups,
I am-
SMS groups, Instagram groups.
It's
That's our coven.
that's our coven. It's
God
it's a
damn it.
digital coven. I just have to. Girls never repost something like that. Okay.
No, that one of the funniest memes of all time.
No, that's an interesting idea that they've existed forever.
Yeah, group texts have existed since the beginning of time.
Like maybe back.
Healers, a group of local healers, group text.
That's a group text.
That's a group text.
Anything could be a group text. It's you and your girls create the group text. All right. Those-
Native American women in the Longhouse, group text.
Group text. Remember in all the Renaissance paintings, like in women are always dancing in a circle.
Group text.
That's a group text.
That's a group text.
That's a group text, hands down.
No doubt in my goddamn mind. You know when you see all of the ladies of the court, how they're
Yeah.
always in a salon somewhere? Group text.
That's oh my god. Or a hunter-gatherer society. Bring
Yeah.
it way back.
Bring
Okay.
it way back.
Bring it way back. Okay. Some of the guys are hunting out there and a few lesbians. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then the girlies are gathering with the gay guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Real tops and bottoms energy. You
Of
know what I mean?
course.
Tops being hunters, bottoms being gatherers.
Obviously.
Group text.
Group text.
That's a group text around the fire, literally like burying. I don't know what they were doing, like taking the skin off,
Yeah.
processing the berry.
Yeah.
Or sewing doing their shit.
Doing their shit, making their little dolls, washing their clothes in a river. Group text.
Yeah,
When you see a
group
bunch
text,
of women,
okay, yeah.
women washing their clothes on that like
Ab
metal thing?
Yeah, the thing that a washboard.
a washboard,
Yeah.
of course you see.
I've only think of those in terms of abs.
Yeah,
Oh, the thing that's like abs.
yeah. On a you see women doing laundry on a washboard in a river. Group text.
Oh, yeah.
Laundry ladies.
Laundry ladies, you see on the street, you see a girl crying and two friends hugging her.
That's a group text.
Okay.
Crying cunts.
Crying cunts.
Group text.
Crying cunts in Canal Street. Like that's what
Crying
it
cunts on Canal Street. That's a group text.
That's a group text.
Anytime women gather, that's a group text.
Oh.
This podcast
Is a group text.
is a group text. You know when people are like, this could have been an email. Hey, this could have been a group text. And that's beautiful.
And then everyone starts crying. Hey, I just want to remind you, this could have been a group text. Let's say la vie.
Let's say lovey.
Let's
Let's
say
say
la
lovey.
vie.
So I'm serving you, we are the daughters of the witches you didn't burn. I am serving you, global economics, actually.
Hell yeah, macro.
Yeah,
Macro econ.
Macro
Okay.
econ.
Hell yeah.
I'm serving you what
Tell me
that.
something about that.
Yeah, so the thing about macro econ is it's global.
Is it so glam?
It's global and it's glam. The two G's of macro econ, global and glam.
The thing about macro econ is it's so my vibe.
Oh, global economics, that's my middle name.
There's no way you're not going to get into e-commerce at one point.
I mean, I think it's a joke if you don't think that I'm going to have my own product line. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
no, you will.
It's a fucking joke if you think I won't have an office with a neon sign that says Creme or
Creme.
something
It's
behind
called
me.
Creme.
It's called Creme.
I think we should eventually. I know this is like way down the road.
Yeah.
Way down the road. Merch, like almost like a Pier 1 style, brick and mortar.
Fuck. Yeah.
But that's
The stuff.
life.
La life.
La Life.
La lifestyle.
La
The
Lifestyle.
things.
Bing, bang,
La
boom.
lifestyle. I mean,
It's a store. Imagine like craziest store you've ever seen, and
Yeah.
not like those typical squiggly vase Bushwick stores. It's such a
such a
type.
good description.
It's such a
Yeah.
type. Is like everything's like plastic and like shaped like a leaf or like a boobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a candle that's boobs and there's a neon sign that says brat.
I was in Scotland. I was in Vermont. I've been all around this goddamn earth. There's always a store like that,
Yeah.
which devalues them all.
It's because every girl, when they get bangs, is told by the universe to open a brick and mortar.
Mm,
And
they all are
sometimes,
interested in the same thing.
yeah, sometimes you just stay at the first base, which is bangs.
Yeah.
Just stay at first base.
But you don't understand what I'm seeing for us, like the coffee table books that are just the same picture of our face, like over and over and over and over and
Yeah.
over. Okay. I'm seeing chandeliers with our face on it.
Oh, it's all merch.
No, it will have curated things. You know what I mean?
No, I think it would be absolutely insane to think that we wouldn't have some sort of shop.
Like I'm just gonna list off a crazy kind of furniture that I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking of like like when you like gum like teeth,
Yeah.
like the teeth like that
Yeah,
rattle like that.
yeah.
Lawn chairs.
Yes.
See something like that. That's really cool. Okay.
I'm really interested in asymmetrical furniture that is not a chair, not a table, not anything.
Hurts your
It's
back.
It hurts your back. It's sculptural, but it takes up a lot of space in your home.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to be rich.
You're gonna
to
you
buy
have to
it.
be really, really rich.
You're gonna have a lobby in your home
like-
to be able to fit this device.
Our clientele are people with home lobbies. You know what I mean?
You know that-
Pillars.
You know that one woman who's like, I was born to redecorate?
Yeah.
That's my target demo for my product, whatever it may be.
Can you come up with just a random piece of furniture that we would sell at our lifestyle store?
Yeah, it would be a bookshelf, but the bookshelf would also contain secret little drawers everywhere where you could put drugs, lip gloss, jewelry, notes, secret notes,
that-
truths.
True. That's cool.
Yeah, and then the only way to open all the secret drawers at once, they go is you find the one book. There's one book that opens all the secret drawers.
Oh, that like an emergency, like if there's a fire.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
a gun in there as well.
If there's a fire. You know what we would also sell? Remember back in the olden days when someone was hard of hearing? They ain't have no hearing aids. They just had that big ass horn.
Oh my god, yeah.
They just were like, what?
They
But
went
it's
like this.
pink, But it's
Huh?
but it's like leather pink, like or late what's the word I'm looking for? Lacquered
Lacquered.
pink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
I think
I
we
love
would
it.
also sell like a sheer bodysuit.
yes. It's like completely see through it.
Yeah, like you
I
could.
feel like that's what the employees are wearing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're showing their bodies, nipples, and badge.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
sick.
And their
Fucking
goddamn dick. And I'm thinking like a cattle prod, but with our face on it. I mean, I think just like it's an all-purpose store for any kind of lifestyle. You know, that's what
Totally.
I'm thinking.
We're just gonna hold for Gabby to get her
Oh,
second
Gabby's just getting her
spindrift.
spindrift. She's crushing these spindrifts.
Crushing the
I'm a
spindrifts.
thirsty girl. We all know that.
We do have to move on to our main segment of
How
today.
much longer? Like, how long have we been talking?
You've been talking for roughly 40 minutes.
So funny as always. So funny as always
When
to
we
see how time passes so swiftly when
Yeah.
you're with.
And that's
you're
why
with
when you
loved
asked
ones.
me, are we going to have enough? Is this going to be
You're right.
enough for us to do this episode? I laughed in your face.
Well,
Yeah.
have you ever great minds like Neil deGrasse Tyson once said,
No.
time is an illusion.
Time and it
Time
is
is time is an illusion.
time and illusion.
Time is an illusion.
It is an illusion.
And I thank God we have you here too.
Here I am.
Say
Dude.
it's actually not.
It's actually not.
It's
It's a
actually
real thing
TikTok,
and-
TikTok,
Real
TikTok.
thing.
That we
Let's go.
all live here too. Okay, so our segment.
Our segment.
We used to do this segment on Unabashed, our prequel.
Yes.
You will not understand this if you don't watch Unabashed.
And the
unfortunately.
only way you could listen to Unabashed is if you go on our Patreon, patreon.com/thepodcast, which is all like legitimately like 96 episodes of our podcast previous to this one when we were just youths
It's
crawling about New York City.
literally us, like we still have baby fat. It's crazy. Like
It's crazy. I have like no filler. Like it's fucking crazy. And
it's like
we
a
didn't
True
know.
Hollywood before they were like it's
Yes.
crazy to see where we've come from.
It's true. And also, we didn't know at the time that saying things on air could affect our lives.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So we are saying so many specific details about our personal life that have gotten us into so much trouble.
Listen, I can't tell you the worst thing in the world is when you start a podcast with your best friend for fun,
Yeah.
and then you get a listener base. Like, that is
So it's
so
the worst thing in the world.
because then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, no," and then people start, like, in life, like, quoting you,
Mhm.
about what you said, and you're like, "There's no way I said something like that."
Yeah.
And then you listen to the episode, and you're like,
Not only did I say it, I recorded it and I put it online. So
"I clipped it."
if you
Like,
yeah, if you want to actually hear like the truth about our lifestyles, because sometimes this is general, we don't go into the real dirt of our lives. On unabashed, we did.
Oh, yeah. Like, we said so much, we just beeped out, like, their Christian birth name,
We
but, like
yeah, that's all we beeped out.
but, like, you it's, like, it's still bad.
So
So this is an old segment, it's called Inside Your Brain, okay?
it's inside your brain, and it is an id device to get to the bottom of who you really are
Yeah.
and it's like what are you serving times 100, but it's so internal and emotional. And the way you enter your brain is through a door. And that can look so different depending on where you are in your life. And we the whole goal of the segment is you go through the door and you take us through the rooms of your brain, and they represent different things.
And it's crazy because when we used to have guests do this, when people just go off and do it, they actually, what they say, just what comes out of their mouth, but it is true.
It's so true, and it's so like
It's
hard
eerie.
to hear. It's actually eerie.
Yeah, because afterwards you're like, oh my God, I am going through that. But it just comes out because girls, we show our insides on our sleeve. Okay.
Baby. And this is, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, a self-help podcast for models.
This is sort of like like the Lamaze portion
Yeah.
of it. You know, what's Lamaze? It's like
That's
that
the breathing
breathing.
when you
Yeah.
give birth.
When you're like
Oh.
practicing your breathing, so you
Oh,
can
then I was
give birth.
exactly right. Yeah. No, no.
Oh, that I was exactly right.
Oh, then I was spot
I can't wait to
on.
take you two to a Lamaze class with me.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
like it sounds like they're kind of, it's like our brand, like Lamaze. You know, like we should
I had to study Lamaze breathing to give birth in that one movie one time.
That rocks.
see. We could start a class. Yeah, we could start. So sign up for our weekly
Our Lamaze
meet-
breathing class. Sign up for baby and mommy classes with Zach and I. We should do that. Zach and I have like newborn and mommy classes.
Oh God.
This week I will be the newborn.
We take turns. I'm like,
I'm like naked.
tummy
and, like-
time.
Okay, we have to start this segment.
Okay. So the last thing I'll say is if what are you serving is external, this is internal.
Mm,
Okay. So
mhm.
may I let anyone know what it's like inside Zach's mind?
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Let's
okay.
take a journey.
Say you're Gabby and you're taking a trip into my mind. All right. Okay. So you're just Gabby living her
My-
regular
my bag.
life. It's like 2 p.m. She's on her third matcha latte. Shitting is coming. You know what I mean? Like
And it's been.
it's been. So you're walking down the street. Okay. And then you know, you just sort of you think of me and you're
Mm.
like, Zach, I wonder what it would be like inside Zach's brain.
Yeah.
You keep walking and then you see there's a clearing.
Oh.
And you sort of see like this big purple twisty tree. Okay. It's so huge. There's no leaves. It's just like the roots, but it's like maroon and purple and
Yeah.
twisty. And then you look up, there's roses on that tree and one little fruit. It's a big, gushy fruit that's literally like overflowing with goddamn juice. Okay.
Yeah.
It is the juiciest goddamn, you can't even tell what it is.
Plum vibes.
It's
I'm
plum
sensing.
vibes, but like dripping. Okay. It's like dripping. It is like pulling you like the North Star, baby. You
Yeah.
keep walking and then everything fades out. And then you are underneath this dripping, delicious, wet
Oh.
fruit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, then there's a camera, this like shot. A little drop of the juice drips, okay? Falls. Okay, it's golden hour, by the way. Obviously. The sunlight beams in that one little drop, right on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, like how a drop hits water, it's like splash, you're in my mind.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Wow.
Okay. And then you come to and you look down, all right? And you're in like mud. Okay. You're in muddy water. And you look up and it smells like that old mud kind of manure smell. And you're like, ew, what the hell? Okay. And you look up, okay, and you're in the woods. You're in a swampy, scary, like a bog.
Not a
Not a
bog.
bog, okay? And so you're completely naked.
Oh,
But you don't have any genitalia or boobs because it's my brain and I can't even think of that.
yeah.
So you're like, what the hell?
Oh, where'd all my stuff go?
You look at that, and then you hear, "Can you keep it down?"
Oh.
Oh. You turn around, okay? And there's a little boat, okay, next to you.
Yeah.
And there is a frog woman with child, by the way, and a sleeping one in her arms, okay? And this single mother, okay, pregnant with a child already,
Yeah.
with a child one on the way.
Yeah.
She's got like a bandana around her head, you know, like a traveling mother in a movie who's poor.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's on a canoe, and you lean down, and then you go, oh, I'm so sorry. You say sorry, and she goes, it's okay. I'm just, ugh. And then you go, no, what? She's so pretty, gorgeous, by the way, to the baby, and
Yeah.
she smiles, turns to the side, she goes, it's a boy, actually, and you go, oh my god. And she goes, yeah. Father died in the big war,
Yeah.
and now I'm going to the big city to make something of myself. Okay,
Yes.
you go, may I help you?
Yeah.
She says, yes, please. You pick with your hand, pick up the boat, okay, and you stand up and you walk out of the bog, okay, and you're walking, and then you just like put her on your shoulder, okay.
Yeah.
So she's walking with you, and as you walk out of the bog, okay, all like the tree, there's like a bunch of trees, and there's like a road, and you can see down the way.
Mhm.
There's a huge city
Oh,
with flashing lights.
yeah.
Okay, flashing
All
lights.
cities have them.
All cities have it, like, you know, like the beam lights that are sort of like
Yeah.
something's going on here.
It's like
something-
it's giving both a pop concert and also a act of war.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. So you're walking.
Terrorist attack.
So you're walking with her now, you know, down this road, you know what I mean, to this big city, and you go, so tell me something about yourself. Okay.
Mhm.
She goes, my name's Leanne. This is Tucker, my son. How far along are you? 6 months. Okay.
Isn't it crazy that we come up with this shit in the moment?
It's crazy. I am enthralled.
As you're walking down the street with Leanne and Tucker, okay, you and Leanne get to know each other so well. You realize that she's trying to be a singer, but she got pregnant because she thought she found love,
Yeah.
but it wasn't love, okay? It was duty. Her parents set them up. And then he went to war and died, and now she doesn't know whether to feel like happy that she's free because she didn't hate him, okay? So she's like in this middle of like, what do I do with my life while you're
Yeah.
walking down this road? It's a beautiful night, by the way. It's like
You're out of the bog.
you're out of the bog. You've been walking down this like
Are you still like naked with no genitalia?
you're still naked with no genitalia.
Is it still me?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay.
Everybody like who comes into my world has like a different like who they are to me. You are just
Okay. Kyle XY. vibes.
Kyle XY.
Totally.
There's no belly button. You get close to this. So the it's like the yellow brick road. Think that, but it's like a straight shot.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not windy at all.
It's not whiny. There's no fuck. It's not like the Iliad. You're not like running into people.
No.
You're gonna get there soon.
No. It's like you're close.
You're close. The tiles, it's not yellow bricks. It's all glass crystal. So it's cool.
Stunning.
So Leanne breaks down. Okay, because she's like, I've never said that to somebody before. I just feel really close to you. And you're like, I understand. I feel really close to you. And then she goes, this is where I go. This is where we part ways. And then she puts her little ribbit hand on her stomach, on her pregnant belly,
Yeah.
okay, with child.
Yep.
And she goes, I'll name her Gabby. Walks away. You smile, smirk, laugh to yourself. Wow, this is Zach's brain.
In what way?
Is this Zach's brain?
Uh-huh.
You turn, you look into the city. There's like a big archway that you could see it. It's all hot hunks. You're like, oh, okay. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Zach's
There
brain.
it is. There it is.
This must be his subconscious.
Yeah.
I think that was
I don't think he visits this part a lot.
ever. Inside is like a Grecian, like all hot, hunky guys and everybody.
Yeah.
And when you walk through the threshold, okay, you get an outfit. You know what I mean? Like, because it knows that you're here, and it is like it's basically like a stripper outfit, and you're like, fuck. And there's like really long heels that you have to wear, and like you try to take them off because they're so uncomfortable. They're not coming off.
No.
So you're like, I guess like I just have to deal with this. So you're all like Bambiing down the street right now. All these gay guys are looking at you like, who is like they've never seen like a girl before. Yeah. So they're freaking out. They're like, ew, ew, ew. No, I'm kidding. They're very like, hell yeah, mother. Yeah, you get to then they're like, there's like this big throne room, this big castle.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like Dalmatian. It's white with black spots.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Looks kind of cool. It's like
Love that.
chic.
Yeah.
Totally.
And you walk up, you knock on the door. It's like a big like the big ring, those old styles.
Yes.
The door creaks open, okay? And then like this really long guy walks out. Like he's got like things so tall, so skinny, so like it's like freaky, almost like Tim Burton-esque.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He walks out and he goes, "You," like he's a little freak.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then I go, you hear my voice from within the domain,
Yeah.
from within the threshold of the castle, and I say, "Would you can it, Balthazar?" I'm watching my stories. The door swings open. I go, "Gabby, what are you doing here?" It's my brain.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And do we want to go into what that could mean?
We don't have a lot of time to
That'll
go
be the
into
extra 10.
that was profound. We have to go into your
Okay,
brain
okay.
if
I'm
we're
so
ever
sorry.
gonna end this episode. No, it was
Okay,
beautiful.
okay, okay.
So that is, I would basically right now, like that is what the inside of my brain looks like right
Yeah.
now in this moment in my life.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
yeah. Right? That makes sense.
No, I get it. It does make sense. Because you are actually just having you're watching your stories, you're having a nice time in your room, and there's a whole city and fun a lifestyle
But I
around you.
frequent, yeah.
But on the outskirts, there's nothing.
There's sort of like okay, ouch. By the
No,
way.
no, no.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Not nothing. But there's like a whole
Maybe a little bit more serious things.
No, there's just nothing. There's a whole undiscovered giant world around outside of your core.
Yeah, and maybe when you're outside of my fun world that's full of hot hunks and everything shiny, is like a really dramatic story of like someone who's looking for personal redemption.
Yeah.
Because maybe in my day-to-day life, I don't live with honor and respect, and it's something that I secretly wish.
But your true core is this
Is a
hero's
pregnant-
journey
Of Leanne.
of Leanne.
The frog.
Of
Leanne.
Leanne
I
the
hope
frog.
she makes it.
She will.
I hope.
Oh,
You
Leanne.
are Leanne. You are both Zack on his throne and Leanne and Balthazar.
I'm also Balthazar is like my like.
And all the gay guys.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense, what you just said.
I am Leanne. I am also Tucker, and I'm little Gabby too.
Yeah.
Little Gabby.
Little Gabby. I thought it was huge. With no tits. Okay.
No, but you little Gabby is like because she said she's gonna name her,
Oh,
her
right, right.
pregnant
Yeah.
daughter after you.
No, that makes perfect sense what you just said. Okay. So inside my brain, you're on the top of like a cartoonishly high snowy peak,
Mm.
and like it's like a close-up shot, and there's wind going crazy and snow and whatever, and then it zooms out very sort of Wes Anderson, and you're on the top alone on the top of this one peak on this one mountain range, right? And you're up there and you're like, but you have like an amazing like sort of like Eskimo outfit on.
Yeah.
It's
That's
skin tight,
yeah. Somehow
block
keeping you warm.
heel. Yeah. And
A heel in the snow.
you're
in a
just like,
mountain.
it's very dark, and you're like, all right, I guess I'll start to make my way down. We don't know how you got up there alone. And you're making your way down the snowy peak, and you're sort of like tripping, but it's also really beautiful. Like the silence that meets the wind is
Okay, fucking
sort
stop.
of
Fitzgerald.
stunning.
Yeah. It's proper stunning.
It's proper stunning. The silence that meets the wind is proper stunning. I was reading Fitzgerald last night. And you're like, you feel such peace and actually joy to have this moment alone. And the wind is white noise that's actually calming. And you're not lost. You know your way down, and you're going down the peaks, and it's very purple and lilac and white, but the night sky is so beautiful. And you make your way down, and you see sort of like a cave with like warm firelight coming out of it, and you go down there, and there's a fire already lit
In the cave?
in the cave.
I'm entering the cave.
You're entering the cave. And it's really just warm and nice and no one's been there, but someone lit that fire for you and then left because they knew you were coming. But they
So
had a
not
journey.
scary.
It's
Oh,
not scary. They had a journey to continue
they have,
themselves.
they have their own.
They have their own journey as well. And you don't pay them no mind, but you thank the universe for that tip of the hat. And you warm yourself by the fire a bit, and there's some like Glossier products as well to freshen up.
Like,
And
ooh,
you're like,
don't mind if I do.
a serum, and the jelly cleanser,
Yeah.
And there's like
Yeah.
a wash
I get
bowl,
it.
yeah. And you warm yourself by the fire, and you see actually the cave continues on in a way you weren't expecting.
Sort of deeper.
So you continue through the cave walls, and there's all of these like paintings on the walls of stories past of people who have come through these tunnels and left. And there's a history, and they're leaving words of wisdom. They're like, girl, don't fall for his shit.
Hell yeah.
But in like hieroglyphics, but you know how to read it.
Yeah.
You're like
Lara Croft vibes. Yeah.
Girl, don't fall for his shit. I won't.
I won't. Phew.
I won't.
With your torch.
Yeah. Woof. Glad you had to go through that so I didn't have to, And there's just women's messaging on both
Women's
sides.
messaging.
Women's messaging along this cave path. And you keep going and you go, and it's like for a while, but you're just like enjoying this time alone and space to think for once, and really to think about what you've gone through and how you're continuing forward. It's a walking meditation of sorts. And you look amazing. And you could hear the clicks. When you're wearing heels and you could hear it on the floor, and it elevates the whole experience of wearing heels.
It turns like life into 4K.
Yeah. It's like an audio erotic experience. So then you make your way and you come up to a beautiful like oak door. And there's like carvings, there's like cherubs with grapes like carved
Ooh,
into it.
yes.
You know what I mean? That style.
Classic
Little,
naked
like,
babies eating
goats.
drinks.
Yeah.
Or eating grapes.
And that spiral like rope sort of carving. And you're like, can I just like go in or what? And you sort of just knock on the door and no one answers, but you're polite enough to knock before you just go for it.
I know, you're fucking what I mean.
Yeah, but I don't want to interrupt. I'm not an animal. I'm a classy lady on her journey.
You're wearing a cinched little skin
No,
tight
like I look amazing.
outfit.
I'm not an animal.
Yeah.
And
you have a clutch.
I have a clutch. I hiked down that entire mountain with a clutch like this.
You would.
With just a cell phone and a Burt's Bees in it. Okay. And I open the door.
All you need for a journey.
That's all I need. I open the door and I go in to a room. And this room is filled with velour couches. It's sort of like a lounge of sorts. And there's like light, like French pop vibey music playing. Yeah. And someone, like a hot waiter, hands you a champagne flute.
Of course.
And suddenly I'm in a cocktail dress and a mule. And hair extensions, obviously.
So you have a
not a mule, a mule shoe.
Oh, a mule. I was like, oh, you have 2 drinks? You're like, oh my God. No, like, I have one. I'm good. No.
I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I have a mule shoe on, which is like a slip-on heel. So it's like you really have to pay attention to how you walk in those.
Yeah.
You feel amazing. And you go into this cocktail lounge, this European cocktail lounge.
Hell yeah.
You're suddenly in a European city. And there's a bunch of sexy strangers in there. You still haven't seen anyone you know. And it's okay. And it's okay. You're enjoying this time in your own world.
You can be anybody you want.
You could be anyone you want. You could be
when no one knows your name.
When no one knows your name. I am the daughter of the witches who couldn't burn. And you're just like making eye contact, but you're not drawn to talk to anyone. You're just sipping and you're like looking at the art and you're just enjoying the moment. And from across the bar, you hear Gabby. And it's your best friend. It's your best friend.
Shout out.
And you're like, what are you doing here?
What am I wearing?
What? You're also in like a cocktail attire.
A dress.
You're like, what are you doing here? And you're like, I don't know. I just thought I'd have a night out. And you were like, I also wanted a night out. Would you care to join me? And I'd say, I'd love to. And we take each other by the hand like this. And we're guided by another waiter out to like,
we're ready.
We're ready. Table's ready. Out to like, those European tables that the chairs are facing out onto the street.
Yes.
And we
How we eat
sit
at
down.
diners.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. We sit down at this European table looking literally stunning. And we both immediately order dirty martinis and we have tapas.
Tapas.
But there is a calm silence amongst us as we watch this city, these people we don't know pass and live their lives, and
Whole
their
lives.
stories.
Whole lives.
And then I stand up and I go, "This was divine. I'll catch you later." And I walk off, call a taxi. It comes immediately. And you get in the taxi and you go to a small cottage warmed by candlelight. And you do a full 30-step skincare routine. And you rest your head to sleep and you go to sleep immediately. And then you wake up the next morning with a text from a guy.
Oh,
That's the inside of my
bam,
brain
mic
right now.
drop.
Literally, that's the inside of my brain right now.
That rocks. I feel like, you know, what that is like the journey that you're going on of like maybe, you know, like going down the mountain. You know what to do, but it's a journey and it's
Yeah.
hard, you know? But then as you get to the cave, it slowly starts to be more and more like words of wisdom from girlies around the world. You're healing, you know what I mean? Because you've been through some stuff this last year.
Mhm.
Okay, and maybe that or they were the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay? They
They.
were the mountains that you went over. And then once once you were on your journey of self-healing, oh, you found this cave with some products. That's a nice primer to be like, oh, I feel good. Okay, I'm warm.
Someone
I'm safe.
left this wisdom for me.
Yeah, and so I could do it. And then you learn the more
This
wisdom.
path has been taken before.
And you're learning that and getting the wisdom from girls who have passed.
Yeah.
And then as you go into the door, it actually slowly becomes more of like relations and to see your friend. And I'm seeing this like the room you go into is, what did you say? It's all Versace or something?
It's all velour.
Velour?
But Versace,
That's
of
this
course.
podcast.
Also that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's this podcast. All these
Yes.
sexy strangers who are looking at us but not
listeners.
talking.
Yes.
And
There's
who's
something about the comfort of being alone in a room with a bunch of people you don't know
Mm.
yes.
and not needing to talk to anyone. I think that's called turning 30.
I think that's turning 30. And then you sort of end it by being with me and you're like, oh my God, home
Home.
with Zach,
Yes.
doing what we love, which is
Dining.
which-
Fine dining.
doing this is what we love, but we don't need microphones to do this.
No. This is fine dining.
Yeah.
This podcast.
This is a three-course meal.
Yeah.
And dessert.
Yeah.
Wine selections.
Wine
are extra.
selections.
Yeah. Wine pairings are extra.
Start with a cocktail, end with a bottle of wine.
Exactly. That pipeline.
That pipeline. And then finish with a limoncello.
A limoncello. Yes. Or an
That pipeline.
affogato.
An affogato.
Okay.
This
Or
podcast.
what's when you pour it onto a ice cream?
Avocado.
Isn't that with espresso? What
Yeah.
about limoncello?
Limoncello is like a
Limoncello's-
lemon.
Or would you just say
liqueur.
limoncello e gelato?
Yeah.
Would you
You
just
could-
say
you
something
would
like
just say that.
something like that?
You can
You
say
would just
whatever
say
you
that.
want.
Would you just say gelato with some limoncello, por
Gelato,
favore?
por favor. But I think it's huge.
Italian and Spanish.
I think it's huge to get in a taxi feeling like a worldly woman.
Mhm.
Go back to the cottage
Oh,
that I feel is warm and safe and small. And then waking up, and the last thing is the text from the guy where it's just such a B plot.
Huge.
it's but I will say you're progressively getting more and more to your source
Mm.
as it goes on. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Wow.
And maybe that's the journey you've been on.
Fuck. So this is what we're saying when we say the inside of your brain is
It's
actually real.
When you just spout out shit, catch this. We're always saying we're always saying the truth.
We're always creatively telling you our story.
And you guys are doing this every day. You know, when you go to the coffee shop and you go, ugh, God, I'm always late. Way to make that a real thing. Way to speak that into existence. You're like an asshole to yourself.
Mm.
Okay? If you're like, oh, I'm always tired, catching the snooze button, it's you.
It's you. Here's what you're gonna do. This is actually a call to action. You're gonna do inside your own brain.
Mm.
And feel free to DM us and tell us what it was.
Yeah.
As an id exercise to get to where you are feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically in this
cinched.
space.
Yeah,
and
we're feeling
yes.
mentally, spiritually cinched.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's what I can imagine.
And see what this tells you.
You know what? Imagine a door and then walk through that door, figure it out.
And don't plan nothing. Literally, this is all coming to us in the moment.
Yeah, and maybe you have to do it with a friend because you can't really plan. You just have to say what's coming
Yeah.
out of your mouth.
It's true.
And catch this, words reveal.
truth.
The truth. Get wrecked.
And that's our podcast. Can I quickly give you wings?
The quickest of wings.
Okay. Lizzie, I love your color story today.
Thank you.
The burnt sienna with the white with the chandelier earrings.
There we
Stunning.
are.
And the ponytail.
Thank you.
Love it. Zach, I love your color story as well.
Thank you.
The blues, the teal in your pants has been huge for me personally in
Thank you, thank you,
this
thank you.
journey of your outfit.
Thank you.
And I love you.
I love
And
you.
I love you.
I love you.
And that's my wings.
Okay, well, first off, Lizzie, my sun,
Yes.
my moon, even my stars.
Yeah.
I didn't mention this, but inside my brain, if you like looked up to the celestial bodies, it's all you.
Just up there
Oh
like,
yeah, and
"Hey."
Lizzie's
It's
the
like-
DJ at the French bar.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's like the baby sun in the Teletubbies. It's
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Being like,
So
it's
true.
time to move on.
Come on.
That's the day.
It's the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, the
And
baby's
then,
so cute.
And then it's you're also the moon.
And also, hello, good night.
Yes. And then if you look really close at the telescope at all the stars, it's you.
Hey.
It's all different Lizzies. I love you.
Teehee, I love you.
Because you're the bedrock of the world. Right? Like, the world can only exist because you are there.
Thank you.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Stories continue because of you.
Without you, it's a bunch of swirling matter in space. Makes no rhyme, no reason.
Ooh,
Okay, you give me reason.
I love you.
Gabby, you rock. Okay,
Thanks. I'll take it.
no, you rock the house down.
Thank you.
You literally people wish they could get a little slice of your ass.
Electric guitar.
Yeah, you are the electric guitar friends. Okay, you are. You're rock and roll, baby. You take no prisoners. If you were back in the old days, you'd probably be burned to death. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you would be
No,
taken.
they would think it was me, and then I would turn a bunch of other people in.
You would. That's
Totally.
so your vibe, being like, it was her, get her.
It was her,
is
because I
possessed by
had-
the devil. She did
I
it
saw
to
her
me.
at Pilates class looking all thirsty and weird.
For the devil,
For
yeah.
thirsty for the devil. No, but I would create a underground society.
I love you.
I love you.
And I trust that you would. And if you know what, if shit went awry, the world fell apart, you know what I mean? Apocalypse vibes, and we had to like reform society, and then everybody was sketchy.
Mm.
You and me would make a good team.
Totally.
Okay,
I mean, the La Podcast crew, us,
would survive.
we would survive so easily because we have such different skills
Totally.
that would work so well during the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like the big rolling like barbarian guys like coming into our encampment to steal the women.
Yeah.
You would like hear them and you're like, oh my god, they're here. Then you walk out and you see me. I've made friends with all of them.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
They
And I'm
are
like,
doing our
"No,
bidding.
I like your body. Like I'm saying that to a guy who's got like a skull mask, like a mask made of another person's skull.
And I'm like, can I get you boys a drink?
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, what do you got?
And then Lizzie has a sniper from above.
Yeah.
yeah.
Takes them out.
And also, I'm like rebuilding infrastructure and all of that.
But then
Yes,
I'm
of
like, no,
course.
they were my friend. I think we should keep some of them.
I think if this was a apocalyptic society, Lizzie is keeping structure and law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Resource,
Zach is keeping social relations.
friends and relations.
And the society calm, right? And I am acts of war.
You are a weapon specialist.
I am weapon specialist. I keep enemies away by any means necessary because I have no mercy.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then I would like sleep with one of the barbarians.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, he can't stay in this encampment. Like he killed
can't.
people.
You could
And
go off into the woods with him, no problem.
Oh, so you just let me leave? And like, that's so fucked up. It's one guy. What's his name is like Gar. You're gonna make me and Gar go out in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, Zach. Yeah.
Look, I haven't seen his face. He won't take off that skull mask. But I
Listen, I get
Stop.
it. Keep it on. Okay, we gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, guys.